Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Ooni of Ife's subjects, are rumored to have celebrated as Ooni of Ife gave them a full bottle of champagne. Ooni sighted them from afar while Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi were having their, time together. They were out there in their beach house in Lekki. They said that, of course, the subjects were somewhere around there. Seeing the way from afar, Ooni noticed that one of them stood up and started dancing for others. They were dancing, and the other ones were using their mouth to play all of this, their traditional stuff, and they were so happy. Kabiesi, seeing their mood, asked that they be given a bottle of champagne, and which they pop and they celebrated so much. Now, in their own words, they said that it was so refreshing to have seen Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi in the mood for which they saw them. They said they were all there talking, whispering into each other's ears, chatting, like just laughing again and again and again, almost like cashing up on a time that has been lost. And this was so refreshing that these people were so happy to have seen Kabiesi like this. Now, one thing that makes the difference between Ooni of Ife being with other Oloris and Olori Naomi, they say when Ooni of Ife is with Olori Naomi, you can see the glow, like a man glows as if like you could that the happiness, like you feel it, that there is a great difference here. Now you could tell that there is love here, yeah. There's a music that they said, you abandon me, love don't live here anymore. But in the case of Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, people who see them, people who know them, people who understand them say that they still feel like there is love. Now, from the very beginning, nobody doubted the fact that there could be love between the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. But one thing I know is that whatever it is, there is this spiritual undertone that, there's something about Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. I see a lot of people those days. I do remember how people will come to the blog and say, Delaram, go and sit down. Naomi is gone for good. What is Ooni of Ife doing with Naomi? Who the hell is Naomi? Naomi is a nobody. Naomi is this. Naomi is that. Ife people have rejected Naomi. You people should stop talking about Olori Naomi. So, last week, when, we saw that video where Ooni of Ife and Naomi were talking, and, Tadenikawo was all there, and I was waiting for any of them to come back to the blog to come and tell me that nonsense, Ooni of Ife. See, one thing that people do not understand is that Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, they have a child together. As long as you have a child together, you remain family, whether you're fighting or not, because the interest of that child is going to be of utmost importance to you. And so you will be able to meet with each other. So I have always said one thing, that no matter what happens, no matter what the relationship between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi is, you must always remember that there is a Tadenikawo at the middle. And because of this, they will compromise at one point or the other, right? And now see what is happening. All of these people were saying nonsense. Now, I have not seen any one of them to come and tell me all those things they are saying. Now, another thing again, if you want to go by the trajectory of event, Ooni of Ife is a family, or what do I call a relationship-oriented king. Okay, let's look at where he started with Aderunke. That is where he started with Blow. Let's look at where. Sorry, I had to stop. They had to do something. So now, if you're looking at the relationship between Blow and the Ooni of Ife, they've been together for over a decade. Like Ooni of Ife and Blow, they've been coming and going, coming back and going back. Okay, Ebony was there in a relationship with Ooni of Ife for the longest time. They broke up time and time again, and they came back. you see this Baju woman now, she has been there, okay? So Ooni of Ife is somebody who will always have this relationship with people. He is an outgoing person. He is, the man around town with all due respect. He is loved by people. He is somebody who is outspoken. Like, people love him a lot. So, now, the truth remains that Oni is this man that loves relationships. So if he can keep relationship for 20 years with people he doesn't share offspring with, not to talk of Olori Naomi. But let me not digress. They said that the subjects were very, very happy that they celebrated the reunion. But a lot of us are saying that, please, let this just be one of those reunion that will be celebrated for good. Let it not bring more hurt to Olori Naomi. Let Ooni of Ife stand up for what he wants for Olori Naomi. If he says he's building another castle where he will put Naomi, let him do that. Not that tomorrow now something else will go and happen and they will now say, they are manipulating him. The truth is that you cannot throw a stone on top of your head and expect that when it lands, it will not land on your head. These people are already there. Everybody is aware of, their tendencies and all of that. Ooni of Ife should know how to protect Olori Naomi. If it is actually true that, yes, so the reconciliation is ongoing, Olori Naomi is ready to give it a try again with the proposition of the Ooni of Ife. You do know that I have told you time and time again that most of the stories you get on social media are all alleged. As long as it's not the first-hand information you have not heard from, the people involved themselves, you can never, ever say that, yes, so it is what it is. But bear in mind that these are all alleged, rumored and speculated information that's making the rounds on social media. They say the reconciliation is going on well. Ooni of Ife subjects are very, very happy with, where the whole situation is right now. That things are looking good for not just the Ooni of Ife, even for Olori Naomi as event is right now. They said these people celebrated, they danced, they even had to use the bottles of drinks that they had drank that day to be hitting with nail, and dancing in that resort. It was supposed to be a private dinner. I do think maybe that's the reason why this is not on social media. And again, I'm not surprised because, of course, time and time again, Ooni of Ife and Naomi, they have met. You never saw such posts on social media. I think with what happened last week, now people will begin to understand that sometimes when we say that they have met or they are meeting, they are working towards reconciling or this information and all of that, it's not everything that is not true. I do know that, my kind, some of us kind of over exaggerate and make things look really, really, I don't know what to say, but then sometimes you need to know that it is what it is. But for me, then I will always tell you that these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information. But they said these people were very, very happy and they celebrated a great deal. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.